Good Tuesday evening, September 2nd, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A Cashmere woman with a history of serious driving convictions now faces possible assault charges after allegedly driving away from a Chelan County traffic stop. The North Central Educational Service District is looking for board director candidates for the 2026 through 2030 term. Get ready for a strong late summer heat wave that isn't going away anytime soon. Your full local weather forecast is coming up. Lightning strikes over the weekend are blamed for half a dozen new fires now burning on the Okanogan-Wenatchee National Forest, including small starts on Mission Ridge near Wenatchee and on Sugarloaf Mountain above Lake Wenatchee. The U.S. Forest Service says the August 31st dry lightning event also sparked fires on Tyee Ridge and in the Enchantments. None of them have threatened structures and no evacuations have been ordered. But most of the fires are in remote locations hard for firefighters to reach. The lower Sugarloaf fire was at 25 acres today, and Lake Wenatchee Fire and Rescue says it's likely to continue for some time with road closures in the works. In better news, level 1 evacuation notices for the earlier Allen Creek fire were dropped yesterday as crews got a better handle on flames that could have posed a threat to neighborhoods in Valley High and Ingalls Creek. A Cashmere woman with a history of serious driving convictions now faces possible assault charges after allegedly driving away from a Chelan County traffic stop. Jessica Haley Fisk, who's 27 years old, was jailed Thursday after a sheriff's deputy accused her of putting a car into gear and driving off with a passenger hanging out of the open vehicle door on Malaga Alcoa Highway. The deputy grabbed hold of the passenger and pulled him free as Fisk allegedly sped away toward Wenatchee. She was later arrested at a home on Boudry Street. Fisk has 6 previous felony convictions, including vehicular assault for a 2020 Spokane County crash that hospitalized 3 people. At the time, she had an active warrant for failing to comply with her release conditions. The sheriff's office is seeking charges of first-degree assault, fleeing police, and hit and run. A Leavenworth woman already charged with stealing more than $31,000 from massage chairs in the Wenatchee Valley Mall is now accused of falsifying a theft to help cover it up. Douglas County prosecutors today charged 44-year-old Ada Mae Yancey with first and third degree theft as well as false reporting. East Wenatchee police say Yancey, who was employed by service vendors in the mall, had failed to deposit thousands of dollars taken in by cash and card operated massage chairs. Back in March, he allegedly told police a large bag filled with about $7,000 in deposits had been stolen from the mall before she could take it to the bank. Investigators say that story appears to have been made up as an alibi for Yancey's other alleged thefts. She's now charged with 2 felonies and 2 gross misdemeanors in the case. She faces a scheduled trial next month. The city of Ephrata has issued a boil water advisory after crews discovered a water line leak on Monday. A boil water advisory means water must be boiled for 1 minute before drinking, cooking, brushing teeth, and washing dishes. All residents should have water service, though some customers may notice lower than normal pressure and temporary discoloration of their water. The city says it's hoping the advisory can be lifted by Thursday, pending test results. If contaminants are detected, the process must be restarted, and the advisory cannot be lifted until the test results are confirmed safe. When we come back, the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department's Malaga location is now fully staffed after the temporary hiatus that came after a loss in funding from the shutdown of Alcoa's aluminum smelter plant. And a new roundabout on the south end of Ephrata will be done almost 2 weeks ahead of schedule. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Welcome to Mountain Chick Floral, your go-to flower and plant shop in downtown Wenatchee. Explore their wide variety of unusual and fun plants. And when you buy a plant in a container, they'll pot it up for you absolutely free. Birthday or weddings, they'll create the perfect floral arrangement for you. Brighten up your office with fresh blooms delivered to your door or business. Ask about floral subscriptions. Visit Mountain Chick Floral today, where every occasion is a reason to celebrate with flowers.
Merry Maids can clean your entire home, business, or vacation rental from top to bottom, inside and out. Merry Maids will even take care of cleaning your carpets, and they can pressure wash your home. Merry Maids has thousands of happy customers. They've been cleaning homes and businesses in our valley for over 25 years. Check out their glowing reviews at merrymaidesofwenatchee.com and call the cleaning experts, Merry Maids, to get your free estimate. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. So relax, it's done.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
The Wenatchee Valley Fire Department's Malaga location is now fully staffed after the temporary hiatus that came after a loss in funding from the shutdown of Alcoa's aluminum smelter plant. There will now be at least 2 firefighters present at the Malaga location 24/7 for 365 days a year. When Alcoa shut down the Malaga plant in 2016, the fire department lost half the funding for the Malaga Fire Department, forcing firefighters to relocate to the Squilchuck station. Now, Wenatchee Valley Fire Chief Brian Brett says that Microsoft has agreed to fund a third of the department's staffing at the Malaga station for 3 years. A new roundabout on the south end of Ephrata will be done almost 2 weeks ahead of schedule. The roundabout at the intersection of Nat Washington Way and Highway 282 is now set to open for traffic tomorrow, barring unforeseen delays. Originally, the Washington Department of Transportation did not foresee the project finishing before September 12th. It's meant to tamp down congestion during morning and evening commute hours, as well as speed traffic to school and to the nearby Walmart Supercenter. The whole broad project is expected to cost about $1.2 million. The North Central Educational Service District is looking for board director candidates for the 2026 through 2030 term. The NCESD has seats for 7 regionally elected board members and provides services to schools in Chelan, Douglas, Grant, and Okanogan counties. The organization seeks candidates from District 1, which represents the Brewster, Okanogan, Omak school districts, and District 3, which includes Manson, Quincy, Waterville, and a portion of Eastmont school districts. Board seats are also open for District 5, which is a portion of the Moses Lake School District, as well as District 7, a portion of the Wenatchee School District. Candidates must file their candidate declaration between September 1st and September 16th for a term that begins in January. Coming up next, Memorial Park in Wenatchee will soon be home to Pisqueso. It's a plaza, a central site celebrating the legacy of the Indigenous tribe that called this valley home. We'll have more in tonight's feature story. Unseasonably hot early September weather is upon us. I'll have your local weather details coming up. We'll also have Eric Granstrom with tonight's sports report as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous Farmers Market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
Is your yard outdated, overgrown, or just not working for your lifestyle? At Bailey's Pro Landscaping, they specialize in transforming ordinary outdoor spaces into beautiful, low-maintenance landscapes built for Central Washington living. From custom designs to full installation, they bring expertise, creativity, and craftsmanship to every job. Your yard has potential. Start your project with Bailey's Pro Landscaping.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Memorial Park in Wenatchee will soon be home to Pisquesa. It's a plaza, a central site celebrating the legacy of the Indigenous tribe that called this valley home. From Eugene, Oregon, sculptor Judd Turner is crafting the main piece of artwork, a sculpture memorializing the late Pequosa chief John Harmelt. When completed, the plaza will involve the work of 3 different creators. It's due to be installed this month with an inaugural ceremony to follow on October 13th, which happens to be Indigenous Peoples Day. In tonight's feature story, Turner shared this video of his work in progress.
August 19th, 2025, progress update for Chief John Harmelt, sculpture for Wenatchee, Washington, and the Pisquosa tribe. The big parts are complete. There's some detail to fill in on things like the vest and the braids of his hair, but the big parts are complete. Chief is holding the reins of the horse. I learned through a tribal member that his native name was Crow Song, so on the back of his vest is a symbol for that. And then there are the animal symbols that the tribal council requested, the coyote, the bear hiding inside the wood stove door, sparrowhawk, salmon, vintage Washington state license plate from 1937, the year the chief and his wife died in a house fire, and an owl. So one of the things that you can't see that's a cool detail is inside Chief's chest is a heart. And the heart was sculpted by my wife, Renee, out of metal, and it has an inscription of Ellen, his wife, close to his heart. Can't wait to bring it up there. Thank you.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast, and hope you had a great long Labor Day weekend. It was hotter than it should be, that's for sure, over the weekend, but still not too bad with a little bit of cloud cover, and the haze kept our temperature down a little bit. But we had some haze today. In fact, our air quality in the Wenatchee area and for most of North Central Washington was in the moderate range. The only exception, the farther east you go, and boy, it got bad over into Spokane too, but Moses Lake, a 158 number this afternoon, and that is in the unhealthy category. So a lot of this, what we saw in the Wenatchee Valley, much worse as you head east, and that will continue as we get into Wednesday as well. What else will continue is that heat, and we are going to be hot over the next couple of days. 100 forecasted for the Wenatchee area tomorrow. I think we might even get a little bit hotter than that, back to 99 on Thursday and 94 on Friday. We have an excessive heat warning through this time period from today right through Thursday. And the thing is, we're not going to get much relief at night, at least here in the Wenatchee area. We are going to stay between about 70 and 75 for overnight lows through most of this week. So get ready for a pretty hot week ahead as we kick off September. Today's high temperature unofficially 99 degrees, 1 degree below our record high of 100 that was set back in 1998. 82 is our normal high for this time of year. We were at 66 this morning. Our normal low right now is 57, and our record low set back in 1960 at 44 degrees. Sunrise this morning 6:22, and it sets tonight at 7:38. Getting you into those really hot Wednesday temperatures. 102 possible Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. 102 possible as well in Wenatchee, and it gets a little bit warmer as we go up Highway 97. Chelan and Omak, you could see 103 degrees. Even normally cool Lake Wenatchee tomorrow, a high temperature of 98. But we'll see how that haze affects our high temperatures tomorrow. Tonight we expect those hazy conditions to continue. It will be a very warm overnight, as we expect in the Wenatchee Valley, lows in the mid-70s for many locations, and that will be all over eastern Washington. For Wednesday, once again, expect some of that widespread haze. Our weather quality, or air quality rather, should be moderate once again on Wednesday, but boy, will it be hot with highs in the low 100s for almost all of us on Wednesday. Not much relief Thursday either. Check out the clear skies throughout the Pacific Northwest. All of Washington will see all of that warmth coming up from the southwest. High temperatures again on Thursday near 100 degrees. And as we get into Friday, this will be our weather changer. An area of low pressure off the Pacific will move in. Not so much by Friday, though. It's still going to be a hot one with high temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. However, as we get into the upcoming weekend, this is where we'll start to see some changes. A partly cloudy sky throughout most of the day, and some scattered showers will develop. A lot of it's from the heat that we'll have throughout this week. A 20% chance of rain. Will cool down just a bit on Saturday, down into the low 90s, and that cool off will continue into Sunday. In fact, I think we will actually go a little bit higher in rain chances as we get into Sunday. 30% and cooler. High temperatures as we end our weekend in the mid to upper 80s. And then as we get you into Monday, partly cloudy skies. We'll continue with that cooling trend. You can see kind of a northwest and westerly flow into Washington. Maybe some scattered showers. Highs on Monday in the mid 80s. And I'm telling you folks, as we get past Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, it looks very rainy. So we'll keep you posted on that throughout this week. 102, our possible high temperature for Wednesday. That will be a new record high. We could set another record high temperature on Thursday at 99 degrees. And look at these low temperatures, low to mid 70s for us. Friday to end our work week, sunny and still hot, 97 degrees. Then maybe some shower activity as we get into the weekend, and cooler, around 92 Saturday with a slight chance of rain. A little better chance for rain Sunday and 87. And that cool down will continue into Monday with partly cloudy skies and high temperatures then of 84 degrees. That's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right right after this.
Handoff to Zielinski around the right side. Got away from one man, got away from two. Squirts between
High school sports is back this fall on the NCWLIFE channel. Watch Eastmont, Wenatchee, and Cashmere games right here. Coverage is brought to you in part by our platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, and Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Watch high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, I guess it's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. The Mariners continued to scuffle on the road on Monday, falling to Tampa Bay by a final of 10-2. Mariners had plenty of hits, just couldn't get the offense going. So far in this road trip, Seattle's 1-3 after dropping 2 of 3 in Cleveland, and now the opener of the series with the Rays. Nick Fortis got Tampa Bay on the board, and Luis Castillo did not look good on the mound. Bottom of the second, 3-run home run to start things off.
Into right center field. Rodriguez on the move. That ball deep into right center. And Canzone out there having trouble getting the handle on that one. And that ball is out of here. Boy, Canzone went all the way back to the wall. And I think he's thinking, oh, he lost his glove. And the fans giving him his glove back. And let's see if we can zero in on what exactly happened out there. Right now, it's a home run. Into left center field on the run of Rosarena. Can't get there, over his head. Going to roll all the way to the wall. Yandi's going to be waved around third. There will be no throw on the double by Lau. The Rays pick up another run. Diaz scores. Just in case, or maybe just for fun. And here's a line drive base hit off the bat of Caminero. Brandon Lau rounding third. He's going to score. And now here goes Caminero for second. He's going to be out there. He drives in the run. Brandon Lau scores, and Caminero, when that throw went all the way through.
Keep Chandler to a single.
That's going to be a fair ball. We'll go all the way back into the right field corner. Cortez will score. Here comes Simpson. He will score. It's a double for Yandy, and the Rays tack on 2 more. Last tickets. Here's Caminero up the middle. That ball will go through. Here comes Yandy. He's going to score. The throw comes all the way through. On an RBI single, Caminero picking up his 3rd hit. And he makes the 3-2. Swung on and a high shot deep into right center field. That's got carry and is gone. Home run, Tristan Gray. A 2-run shot. That's his 2nd home run. And the Rays tack on 2 more to make it a 10-0 ball game.
Fly ball, right field. Leo Rivas leaves the yard to right. His first game back with the Mariners since early this season, and he clubs his first career Major League home run. Leo Rivas, congratulations.
We're going to want that ball back. This is a slider that he hangs, and he absolutely covers it. What a pretty swing.
And a tapper by the mound. Picked up by Lau, throw to first in time.
2 teams are facing off in Game 2 of that 3-game set. That's on the way right now on Root Sports Northwest. Houston beat the Angels 8-3 to move 3 games out in front of Seattle. In the American League West, Rangers beat Arizona 10 innings, 7-5. Athletics down St. Louis by a final of 11-3. Boston and New York are in a virtual tie for the top wildcard playoff spot in the American League. 3.5 games in front of Seattle. The Mariners need to watch out for Texas, who now trail Seattle by just a game and a half for that final wild card playoff spot. Kansas City is certainly in the mix, 2.5 games back. Well, Washington teams we follow in college football were 3 for 4 over the opening weekend. Central Washington used a big second half to beat Colorado Mesa 41-14 on Thursday. Saturday, Eastern Washington dropped its opener to Incarnate Word on the road 31-21. Washington State got a last-second field goal to beat Idaho 13-10. Washington topped Colorado State 38-21. It is the opener of the NFL week this week, with the Seahawks hosting San Francisco coming up on Sunday. Mike McDonald is coming off a 10-7 first season in Seattle, while the Niners struggled with injuries and finished 6-11 last year. Now, despite all that, Vegas has San Francisco as a 2.5-point favorite. Coach McDonald was asked if that's a motivator heading into Sunday's game at Lumen Field.
I think you're just, I mean, look, you know how we roll at this point. We got to focus on us going out and playing Seahawk football from the first snap to the last. That really is our focus. If you try to make it too complicated, you get all out of whack. At some point, yeah, I mean, there's things to have motivation material, bulletin board material, things like that. Probably keep it in-house when we use it, but I think you can tell it's just kind of like whatever to us right now.
Kickoff Sunday set for 1:05. That will be on Fox. The prep football season begins this week with 2 games broadcast here on the NCWLIFE channel. First game up on TV will be Friday when the Wenatchee Panthers host Lake City Timberwolves out of Coeur d'Alene. Grant Olson and Brandon Harley will have the call, with the pregame getting underway at Lee-Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl at 6:30 this morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Eastmont coach Jay Foster talked about how they have worked hard in the offseason on becoming a more balanced team offensively.
We've worked hard with Peyton in particular about being able to throw a football. You know, we've always been able to run the ball here, and that's never been an issue. When Luke grew and we were able to throw the ball more, we became more dangerous. And so we really put an emphasis on that this year with him during the off season, and then all during the summertime, to realize that if we're going to be successful, we're going to be as good as I think we can be, we have to be able to throw the football. We have to make people play us honestly in both phases of the game. So we put a big emphasis on that. We got Bodie and Austin, who everybody knows about. We have Ethan Ekporiete, who is as fast, if not faster than Austin, and bigger. He's 6 foot, 195 pounds. He's going to be a sophomore. We have Javin Britton, who worked his tail off during the off season, who is a little meathead, is, you know, I mean, when I say that, I'm saying that lovingly. Strong as all get out, can run. He worked on catching a football this year. So we have 4 guys, and that doesn't include Peyton, who I believe is the fastest guy on the team. That doesn't include that. We got 4 guys that I think can go 70 anytime they touch the ball.
NCWLIFE will be there Saturday for Eastmont's opener against Bonnie Lake. Game of the game time's been moved all over the place. Now set at 1 o'clock in the Apple Bowl. We'll have our pregame beginning at 12:30. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.
And that will do it for this edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app. And now you can watch all of NCWLIFE's 24/7 programming without cable. Our channel is available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. Download the NCWLIFE app to your devices and share the news with friends and family. You can email us with news tips anytime at news@ncwlife.com, or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.